Ideogram AI tutorial for beginners. In this in-depth tutorial, you will learn ideogram from scratch and understand how to generate high-quality images using text prompts. We'll cover prompt writing, styles, typography, variations, and practical examples so you know how everything works, and by the end, you will be able to use ideogram to create images that you can actually use in real projects. Let's get started. Now, if you're completely new to ideogram and you've been wondering how people are creating real graphic and just really good text-based images by AI, then this is a great application because it really focuses on its depth and it's completely beginner friendly, and I'll just walk you through the entire tutorial. Ideogram is an image generation tool that focuses on something most AI tools struggle with, that is text inside images. As you can see, this is just a template and just a random edit generated by Ideogram AI, and you can see how there's a board right here, a wooden board is hanging from strings, and it just has the text for a schoolboy runaway. With Ideogram, you can generate these images. They can be posters, thumbnails, just logos, social media graphics, and code designs where the text actually makes sense. The words are readable, they're aligned properly, and visually pleasing. This makes Ideogram especially useful for creators, students, marketers, YouTubers, and small business owners. Now, when you open Ideogram, you log into your account. It's pretty simple. Just create an account using your email, and once you've logged in, you're gonna see the main text box. This is where you're gonna type in your prompt and just get the images. You can set in the images that you want. If you just want one, that's great, but it's usually great if you're provided with 4 options. Then you're gonna select the ratio that you're going for and just type in your prompt. The simplicity here is just intentional, and that is what makes it beginner friendly. Now let's actually do a quick overview of Ideogram, because before you actually start typing in your prompt, you need to understand the interface. Ideogram responds best with clear instructions, so when you're writing a prompt, just make sure that the prompt is clear, it's specific, it is not going off topic and exactly talking about the style and what kind of image or the text, any titles that you want in your image. Just think of it like giving instructions to a designer who's very fast and very literal. Let's understand the basic structure of Ideogram. On the homepage, there is the main dashboard like any other tool. It's pretty simple and clean, and you're not met up with so many folders and just so many buttons, just too much going on the screen. On the dashboard, you're going to see folders like My Images. This is where your images are going to be stored, like all your previous work and projects are gonna be here on the Ideogram server. The other thing is Canvas. Once you click on it, this just opens up a blank canvas, and this is just the same as generating image, but it just opens up the little studio right in front of your eyes where you can start generating images, add in your image, and just have the control of the image. Now we're gonna go back, and you're also going to see options like styles and characters. So some of these features are best provided in the upgraded version. So if you're using the free version, it's pretty great. You're provided with most of the tools, but if you also want characters and just avatars, then you can start reaching out and creating these images just like this. They're really graphic and everything is just perfect. So if you want animated characters, then you can just create a character, drag and drop the image, and that's it. It also provides you with a notification center. So this folder just provides you with your basic notifications, and it doesn't overcrowd your workspace with like too many notifications that some AI tools provide you with. So the structure is not overwhelming and everything is kept simple. Let's start with basic prompting. A good beginner prompt in Ideogram usually includes 4 things: the type of image, the exact text that you want, and the style, and then the mood of colors. For example, if you want to create a quote post, then you wouldn't just write motivational quote image. Just know that AI is not going to generate the idea for you. It's going to take your idea and just create a structure for you. Now, it's going to be too vague if you just write motivational quote image. So instead, you describe the design clearly and include the text exactly as you want it to appear. Just like that, here is a typed out prompt, and it's just going to say consistency beats motivation. So I know what the code is. Click on generate, and it is going to take a few seconds, provide you with 4 images, and this is just going to store into your recent projects, so you can just download them, and that's it. It just took you some seconds to a few minutes, and you can see it's pretty simple. There are no vague graphics or just not too much going around. Just click on any one of those that you like the best. If you don't like anything, then you can simply just click on edit, and if you want to add in additions, then just go ahead and do that. Once you're done with everything, simply click on download, and this is just going to download into your files. Now we're going to close the editor, go back to explore, or just click on my images, and you're also going to meet up with the text box that is going to remain in all the folders no matter where you go. Now you can see that it matched with the visual mode that I just gave in the description, and this is where Ideogram already feels different from many other tools. Now, one of the most important things to learn early is how Ideogram understands text. Remember to always include the exact text that you want. You wouldn't just write me a code or just generate a motivational quote for me. You need to be precise and specific about the exact code. Now right here I mentioned consistency beats motivation, and it just typed exactly that out. Using quotation marks or bold formatting helps the AI understand that the words matter and doesn't mix up with the rest of the prompt. You can also describe how the text should look like. You can just ask it to be bold, add a specific font, or even the color of the text, or just add shadows beneath it, just add an elegant font, and it just makes a really big difference. Now we're gonna type a prompt that is going to be about typography. So it's simple. It's just a typography focused graphic design with a dark background. The text is going to be create every day. It's going to be modern, and the font is also mentioned. We're just going to click on generate, wait a few seconds, and this type of prompt is perfect for thumbnails or posters and social media graphics, and it just gives you the exact idea that you're looking for. You can see you have the shadow, and I like this one a lot. Simply just going to download it, and that's pretty much it. It's super simple. Now, once you're comfortable with the basic prompts and you are getting the idea of the style that you want to go for, or if you have a specific brand kit or brand layout, just a style that you want to keep your YouTube channel at, then it's perfect because you are just getting at that beginner-friendly level. Now, this is where Ideogram is going to become powerful because you can guide the AI by mentioning things like layout structure, visual hierarchy, and design intent. For example, if you're creating a YouTube thumbnail and you want a bold text, minimal clutter, and just strong contrast, then you can just use a prompt like this. We've mentioned how we want a high contrast YouTube thumbnail design with a blurred dark background. Simply just type in the text in inverted commas and just click on generate. You can also experiment with styles like minimal, futuristic, or luxury aesthetic, flat design, or just vintage designs. Ideogram responds very well to these descriptive keywords, so just keep them in mind, and this works especially when combined with clear text instructions. And as you can see on the screen, it provided us with a graphic background like this. This is a perfect YouTube thumbnail you can use. I didn't go specific with the layout, so we can just do this again. Go into the text box. I'm going to fix the ratio and actually make it a landscape, and just click on generate. This is going to generate the layout that we needed for a YouTube thumbnail. You just have to be precise with the prompt that you're entering, so just make sure that everything is there so you don't get disappointed too quick, because at the end of the day, this is still an AI tool and you may or may not get disappointed if your expectations aren't met. Just use it as a structure tool that it is going to create a structure for you, not the ideas for you. And you can see we got the layout that we were looking for. This is great. You can just completely download this and you are set to go. Just apply it into the videos where you're editing it, or just update it from YouTube. Now let's talk about some practical real-world examples that you can use. Now let's take a look at some practical real-world examples that you would need. The first is that if you want a logo or just have a logo concept, remember that Ideogram is for inspiration and not for final brand assets, but it's amazing for ideas. Now for example, here is an example prompt for our logo that we're looking for. It's just going to be a minimalistic logo concept logotype for a brand called Mars Jewels. Click on generate, and within a few seconds we are going to be provided with the logo. Just know that this may not be the best option to create a logo professionally, but it can provide you with a bunch of ideas and inspiration. And just like that, you see this. We're gonna click on the one that I like and just download this. You can also go ahead and edit the ones that you don't like, so this just creates a little studio for you. You can change the background and just replace, ask AI. The AI is going to ask you what kind of background you want. Go ahead and tweak that in, and once you're set, just download this. This is perfect for brainstorming or presenting ideas to your clients. You can also create real and just very nice and graphic posters, which are going to be great for you. So if you're just looking a poster to upload on your social media account to just promote your branding, then you can also use a prompt like this, where we have mentioned that the text is going to be AI Workshop 2026, and just added a few details. Click on generate, wait a few seconds, and it's the same process over and over again. This is where Ideogram really shines, because if you don't want to manually design everything in Canva or Photoshop, then you can at least get ideas. And just like that, you see we got it, and click on the one that you like, just download it. If there's something missing or something you want to add, maybe add in your logo, then just drop in your brand assets and you have it. You can also go ahead and create Pinterest or just Instagram graphics, and these kind of visuals are incredibly useful for content creators and bloggers. Now, let's be honest about limitations. Ideogram is not the best tool for hyper-realistic photography or complex characters. So if you want to have avatars or just avatar illustration, then this may not be the best. If you push it into detailed human faces or cinematic scenes, then results can be inconsistent and you may get disappointed. It also has fewer advanced controls compared to some other AI image generators. You don't get deep fine-tuning options, which means that power users might feel limited. Like, I'm just gonna show you the example on the screen. You go into your canvas, you go into the studio, and you're going to see that you are not really provided with a lot of options. There's just text or just images that you can add. Other than that, you don't really meet up with a lot of tools. Ideogram works best when you stay within its strengths, like clean designs, typography, and structured visuals. Ideogram AI is ideal for YouTube thumbnail and Instagram and Pinterest posts, just code graphics along with posters, flyers, logo ideas, website headers, and presentation visuals. If your project involves text and visuals together, then Ideogram is one of the best tools that you can use in 2026. It is especially powerful for beginners who want professional results without learning complex design software or want to hire expensive designers or editors. Now, before we wrap up this video, let me just give you a few tips. So if you are a beginner into the editing environment in the community, then this might be helpful for you. First is that always design for contrast. That means that text first and then the aesthetics. You can always tweak in the aesthetics and ask AI to change, but you just want the text to remain the same. One of the biggest mistakes that beginners do is just make Ideogram focus too much on how pretty the image is supposed to look rather than focusing on the image. Like right here, this is the perfect example of having the text actually look appealing, and the cat is also a great graphic representation here. Ideogram is excellent at text, but it still needs guidance, so always think in terms of contrast about the light or darker text, the fonts, how you want your text to look, if it needs to be more graphic, if it needs shadows to be added, and just all that minimal or extreme clean backgrounds. And that way your results may improve instantly. Another powerful tip is to never settle for the first generation. Even if the first image looks good, you might get better results. You can just generate a few variations with the same prompt. Ideogram often gives slightly different layouts, font weights, or spacing with each generation. So think of Ideogram as a fast design assistant, and you are directing it, not expecting perfection in one click. Another great tip is, as you know, the Ideogram is amazing for creating the base design, layout, and text placement, but you don't have to treat it as the final step. A very smart workflow is to generate your image into Ideogram and then do small finishing touches in tools like Canva or any editing software that you usually use. And that way you could just be adjusting colors, just slightly adding your brand elements or resizing for different platforms. Using Ideogram this way saves time while still giving you the full creative control. And that's a complete beginner-friendly, in-depth Ideogram AI tutorial. By now you should understand how Ideogram works and what features you could use and what features it works best for, how to write good prompts, how to use styles effectively, and where this tool is the best in your creative workflow. If this tutorial helped you, make sure to like the video because it really supports the channel. Subscribe for more AI tutorials, honest tool reviews, and step-by-step guides like this. And let me know in the comments what you're planning to create with Ideogram or what tool you want me to cover next. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.